Hi, it's Anthony from CarPlayLife.com, and today we're checking out a deluge of RhinoShield accessories here for the iPhone 13 Pro. We've got a few things to show you. So the first is the RhinoShield Mod NX and the different varieties that you can do with that. We've got the SolidSuit for the 13 Pro. We've got two versions of that to show you today. We've got a bunch of Mod NX cases that go on the back of the Mod NX bumpers. We also have a 3D impact screen protector that we're going to put on and see how that works. We've got a bunch of color buttons to show you and the different configurations that you can put together. And as a little bonus one, we've also been sent a braided lightning cable from RhinoShield, so we'll be checking that out as well. So first things first, we're going to check out the RhinoShield SolidSuit for the iPhone 13 Pro. We've got two different flavors here to show you. The first comes in this environmentally friendly cardboard packaging, so no more plastic, which is fantastic. A little bit of a card there, but other than that, you just get the case itself. So the SolidSuit is a protective case with a premium finish. It's not that kind of silicone material that you would normally get, so it's not going to stick to your inside fluff of your pockets and create lots of unnecessary fluff on the back. It's actually made of like a material that feels soft to the touch, but it's definitely solid, and it's definitely going to protect your iPhone as well. There's like a honeycomb on the inside, and that's going to keep a little bit of cooling to stop your phone from overheating too quickly. So here we got the sleep and wake buttons. And also on the other side, they're made out of the same side material. Some RhinoShield branding on the side, a lanyard hole, and some cutouts. And we've got the nice big cutout for the Pro camera bump with a little bit of a lip there. So we'll get this attached to our iPhone 13 Pro. I'm gonna go top end in so we can get the camera bump in, and then that fits in perfectly. So as you can see, got plenty of space for the camera bump. That's perfectly all in alignment. Buttons are easily to be pressed. Grill holes, bit over excessive on this side here for the Pro, but at least it's symmetrical. There's a bit of a lip on the edge there, so you can protect it for top down. There's a lanyard hole there if you use that, and a very big switch there to mute the iPhone. Other than that, it's a nice case. It's definitely not going to pick up any fluff as you move it about in your pockets. It's not that kind of material, and the back is very soft. Protection on the back, protection on the front. It's going to have no MagSafe pass-through, but it will hopefully charge. So that's it charging, but it won't really hold on because it's not MagSafe inside. So be wary if you're thinking about using this case with a MagSafe accessory. It will charge it, but it won't hold on to it. This case comes in three colors. You can get black, there's a white color, and there's pink and also blue to match the colors of the 13 Pro. And then you also have like a backing of either wood, graphite, kind of like a leather option, and also brushed steel back as well. This is the black version, which is quite matte, and it is like a two-tone on the edges. It's different kind of plastic materials. So I think it looks nice. You can swap out the buttons. Inside, they've got their modular button layout, so you can actually pop these out. It'll be very difficult to use the buttons through the case. So what you can do is then you can get one of their many button accessories. Let's go with blue. And the extra buttons you always get one extra, and you get everything else to replace what's in the case. So for this example, we'll just choose the two little ones. So you push them through the inside of the case with the color side facing outwards, and then you've got the color change on the case itself. So that's really nice to accessorize it, make it unique compared to every other sort of black case that you can buy on the market. And these buttons cost just £1 or $1 extra, and you can get so many different color options. You can even get bundle packs, so you can actually mix and match whatever your outfit is at the time. So it's really nice that you can actually customize these buttons. That's what I really like about RhinoShield, and the ability to change their cases and some small details such as this that's inside. So I'll just do another swap out with the volume button. Then that's the volume button there. I'll just quickly show you with the actual phone inside, and then that's the phone with the blue buttons added. I think that looks really cool. And if you get more buttons for just a few more dollars, you can actually have a color for every single button on the actual case, which is really, really cool. It definitely makes it unique. So that's the RhinoShield SolidSuit. This particular one retails for $29.99, and you pay a little extra if you want to change the buttons as well, or add a tempered screen protector will also cost extra too. They do different print styles and also custom versions, such as this Lakers case, and you can swap out the buttons on the edges, and the back is quite matte. It's quite raised, like there's a sticker there, and it's been ripped off, which is quite a nice effect. This is in white, the same hexagonal pattern on the inside, lanyard, and all the buttons can all get swapped out for different colors if you want to put on each side, for example, in this particular case. But there's definitely lots of different NBA teams that you can actually get for cases, and you can also customize with your own design as well. If you use their own website, you can change it as well and apply different styles to the back to your liking from different brands. So that's cool. So that's the SolidSuit case. I'll quickly put this on here so you can actually see it. So that's the Lakers case. You've got the rim on the edge there, so that's going to keep it nice and secure when you put it face down on the table. You've got a camera bump on the back there to protect the lenses, lanyard hole. All the buttons can get swapped out and replaced with different color options for a little bit extra, and that is the SolidSuit case that's branded. Next up we have the Mod NX, which is very similar to the CrashGuard NX in that the Mod NX allows you to change the backing plate, and the CrashGuard is just the bumper element as well. So with this and a Mod NX case, this is the Mod NX, and then if you took this away, this is the CrashGuard NX. So basically the CrashGuard NX has got an internal bumper that will then stop the phone from falling through, and then that protects the phone around the edges. And the Mod NX is the extra plate that you put inside, and that protects the back of the phone. And then you can get a separate protector if you want, and then that will protect the front of the phone, and you've got this for the back. It's very thick plastic, Namco Pac-Man design. I thought it was really, really cool. Gives you lots of like gaming related artwork, high score, game over, insert coin, and so on. You've got Pac-Man and the ghost there, and you've got a bit of RhinoShield Pac-Man branding there at the bottom. So that is the back of the Mod NX from Namco and Pac-Man. Here we have the CrashGuard NX for the iPhone 13 Pro, and I've put the orange buttons in on this one, but normally it would come with grey, and you actually have to buy the buttons extra. These buttons are universal. They'll work on the SolidSuit and the CrashGuard NX, plus last year's iPhone 12 buttons will fit on here too, which is really, really good. But you've got the same lanyard hole, very big side switch here, same with the SolidSuit and the wake and sleep button there. We've got a slightly off symmetrical location on the bottom there for the iPhone 13 Pro to fit into. So again, you've got your environmentally friendly packaging on all of these cases, which is really nice. So if you've got the Mod NX, you basically get this plastic backing that then shows the color through on the iPhone 13 Pro. And then you get this inner bumper here. For the Crash NX, you would then bring this, you put that through to the back, so it's like that, and then you would then put the phone in, I believe sideways, and then bring the bumper over the top. That then locks it in place. This bumper then protects the camera bump ever so slightly, and you've got full view on the phone. It's very low, fairly low profile, but you do have a much thicker lip on the back. This then protects the phone from falling through, or the bumper case from being too loose. It's a very thick sort of plastic TPU kind of material, so this isn't spongy or lose its shape. It's very, very solid, and it's really, really good for that. But you won't protect the back. So this is really cool for MagSafe, for example, because it's definitely going to hold on to the phone. So you're not going to have any problems with accessories unless they're super big. Quite a bit of a ridge on the back there. So if you were to put any cases onto a dock or car accessory, if it's too wide, you got to think it's got to be bigger than, if it's any bigger than that, then this case might stop it from resting on it and giving you the charge that it needs. But this is really cool if you want 100% MagSafe compatibility. So this is the CrashGuard. It comes in a number of colors, quite a lot of colors, and you can actually choose all the accessories. You can change the color of the internal bumper. This is the gray model, but you've got this in black, gray, white, red, pink, yellow, green. You've got like a platinum gray, lavender, and navy blue. Nothing really that quite suits the new blue of the iPhone 13 Pro, but if you own the graphite, the grey is pretty close as you can get to it. Again, you can swap out the buttons for an extra $1, and any other color you add is another $1, so that starts to increase the price. But without any particular button accessories or anything like that, and the rim, and you get the free scratch back film. That's $24.99 for the CrashGuard NX. And then if you don't get the CrashGuard NX, you actually do want some back protection, it's very similar, but you do get this bit and it's got some film on it that you would peel off. So you get the clear plastic one, you insert that through the bumper of the CrashGuard NX, and now it becomes a Mod NX, which is the back piece and the bumper together to give you rear protection, and then that is then giving you the full see-through for the case itself. You've got edge protection with the same lanyard and the replaceable buttons should you want that. And then you can then choose to either stick with this one, which is probably what you would get anyway, and then you can choose to have different backplate styles. So these can be a number of their own designs, or they've actually collaborated with a number of different companies and brands such as Namco for this back case here. So there's a number of colors that you can actually choose here. We've got, this is the blue version, which is it's like a deep royal blue. It looks really, really nice. It probably would have worked in last year's color line, but this year's being lighter, it's not a perfect fit if you want to have a like for like blue. Here we have another one of their backplate styles. This is like a graffiti kind of style. Nothing on the back. This is PewDiePie that they've partnered with on YouTube, and they've created this kind of color. You can have this design on the SolidSuit as well, the SolidSuit case, but you can also have this as a back for your Mod NX or CrashGuard NX backing, which is pretty funky. Works really nice with this red CrashGuard from RhinoShield as well. And here's another partnering. So you've got the NASA backplate, and again the white CrashGuard with white internal bumper here. So you got that option. And then we've got a couple of other styles to look at. This is the black and white camo backplate. It actually shows the color through. So if you've got graphite, that's going to show through the back there, and everything else is going to sort of mirror that kind of gray theme. Really cool if you want to match it with the grey CrashGuard color as well. This is from I Love Doodle. This is a cat landscape. I thought it was really cool. It looks like a mountain there, but if you concentrate, you've got the pussycat there lying down to give you look like the snow peak on the mountain. I thought that was really, really cool. And you could partner that with the white. That would look really, really cool. Again, with the red would pick up the red from the circle, and again, the blue would pick up the blue from the mountain. So you've got lots of options there and different ways you can actually style it. So all of these can be applied inside the CrashGuard NX to turn it into a Mod NX. And again, you can swap out the bumpers for different ones as well. So for example, you could take this rim out. Imagine you bought the white rim alongside your grey CrashGuard. That's going to then show through. And then you basically got like this white accent color, you can still see through, and then you could either get a sticker on that if you just want to do some sort of light protection on the back and still keep MagSafe intact without being affected too much, and then you've got the full front edge of the CrashGuard NX on top as well. So that's a way to add a little bit of background accent color to your case. But going back to the Mod NX, you can just pick out one of these cases on the back, put that on the back there, and then that sort of locks in place. And then that's with the case inserted, because it's like semi-transparent on the edges, you get your case shining through, which is quite a nice touch. If you've got white, that'll kind of like blend into this a little bit nicer. But I thought this is a pretty cool way of showing the gray and the black, which is really, really nice. Again, you can customize all the buttons on the side here. So that's an option if you want to add a little extra flair to the actual case itself. That's all an extra $1 each. And you got so many options from their own artwork, collaborations with artists and influencers and other brands, and then you've got their own sort of pattern designs as well that you can get together and you can literally make any combination that you like. So let's get this kind of like combo going. So we'll peel that off, put it into this one. I think it all looks nice with the white. So it's a little bit subdued, so you do get a little bit of a two-tone color. It's not pure white, but it's really, really nice. And then you could swap out the buttons. We've got a number of options here. You've got clear, if you want to have just clear buttons. We've got like a mint kind of color here, and then on here we've got a mix of gray and orange that I've used on the other case, and then again we've got blue. Let's do blue to match the blue of the mountain. So we'll punch these holes through, and then we put the big button in on the top, and these work really well. They really clip in really, really well. It's not like they're going to fall out. They've really modeled these and molded them perfectly to work. So here's our blue buttons on the side on the case. I think I would have gone with a darker blue if you want to sort of go for this design for yourself. But with the phone attached, and then that's the Mod NX version really, or for the iPhone 13 Pro. The NASA one is obviously a lot lighter, so that's definitely going to give you a much more brighter, whiter sort of back to it than this design. There we have the blue CrashGuard. We've swapped out the white buttons from this case here. That's what the white buttons would look like with this case. And on the back, we've got this blue that kind of melds in with this mountain, which looks pretty cool. But yeah, it's a really nice way with RhinoShield's way of just lots of customization you got here, which not many other case companies do. And that's why I really like RhinoShield, and the ability to choose exactly what you want in the style that you want. You can go to their online store and actually choose and actually add a few little changes. You can add your own text to certain sports themed backings, which is quite nice. And each collaborator has loads of different case types and artwork that you can choose from. It's not just one. Like PewDiePie has quite a few different colors of this sort of color scheme, and you can actually have lots of different color camos as well that they offer, and lots of different sort of designs that you can choose from as well, including like wireframe animals that are quite trending at the moment, as well as big brands like NASA and obviously Namco, Pac-Man. Lots of video game based ones as well. The one downside of these cases is that there's no MagSafe backing, and if you use a MagSafe accessory, yes, it will charge it, but the only problem is, have you just seen here, it doesn't stay on at all. It really comes off, and it's not very good for any MagSafe mount. So if you do have a MagSafe mount, then I wouldn't recommend this case because it won't stay on there. You'd have to probably stick on a ring at the back, and that would just defeat the point of actually owning a style case. You can see it picks up a couple of fingerprints here, this type of material. So bear that in mind as well if you really don't like your fingerprints. But you are going to get lots of protection from this case on the back and at the sides. This is very thick plastic material. And as for the front, we can have a go at putting on this tempered glass screen protector. Right, so we're gonna have a go at putting on this screen protector from RhinoShield. This is their 3D impact screen protector. It has a slight curved edge to it, so it's gonna make it feel a lot more seamless as it sort of bends over to the phone edge. You get everything you need to apply it. So here you get the installation kit itself, which inside corresponds to a dust removal sticker, a small little microfiber cloth, some guide stickers, and a RhinoShield squeegee to get those bubbles out when you apply it. This is quite a tough, it is bendable plastic. There is some rigidity to it there. You've got an adhesive side that will go down, and then on this side it's a lot more black, so that's gonna match up with the outer rim of the phone itself. So what I'll do, I'll take the phone out of the case. So amazingly, I've already got a scratch. I don't know where from, but it's prior to me putting the screen protector on my last review. So I must have done it fairly early on. I don't know how, and I thought this glass was actually quite protective and resistant to some scratches, but for some reason I've got a tiny little nick at the top there. So this is a good reason why you need these little screen protectors to help protect your front of your iPhone. Right, so to apply, we first need to wipe any grease or dust from the cover itself. They then give you this sticker that you can use to get rid of any dust. And then we peel off the adhesive side. Try not to touch that side. And then they tell you to put like a U shape, but it's quite difficult to see the microphone bump. So you do that. Let the film rest onto the case itself. So we're just going to go from the center outwards, and then once you think everything is done, there's a couple of edges there, but that's all. So now we can peel off side B and then just finish up bringing that off. So these little stickers here is if you've got dust on the edges, and you can bring those stickers in and slide it in just to get rid of the dust without having to remove the whole cover. Now that's done really well, very easy. I reckon that is good enough for me, better than the previous one that I had on it, and that is now protecting. Did get a scratch on the lower side, it was in a pocket the other day, and that was on the film that I previously took off before applying this one. So I really do recommend front screen protectors, whether it's 9H glass or these tempered glass protectors. I would definitely recommend you picking one of those up along with your RhinoShield case. So with that added on to the phone, Face ID works perfectly through it as well, so that's fine, as does touch input. That's all fine as well, all responsive. I think this tempered cover, it has an edge to it, even though it's meant to say it's 3D, but I think personally it really works best with a case which has that ridge to it. I think to use it bare bones, you can sort of catch the edges, you can feel it on the phone because it does add a little bit of ridge to the edge, but not significant amount, but you do feel it with your finger as you put it on. So bear that in mind. I would only recommend it if you're having it with a case. If you're having it on its own, there's probably a few other better ones that are out there that has that side soft edge to it, and you're not going to feel the edges as much if you're just not going to put any case on it at all. So the 3D impact protector is a little bit pricey. It's $29.99. You can apply it to the back as well. You can get an extra $9.99 for the back protector as well if you do just have the CrashGuard and you want front and back protection. But without that, it's just the 3D impact screen protector is just $29.99, which is a little bit pricey. You only get one, so you're going to get one chance to do it. Personally, I would like to have probably seen that a little bit cheaper. Okay, lastly, we've got the RhinoShield USB braided cable. We can use it for a number of products. Doesn't really tell me what speed this is. It's 2 meters, and it's just another accessory that they provide that obviously has the same nice branding and obviously nice materials as well. So the braided cable comes pre-coiled. You have a Velcro strap there to keep everything together. This is definitely a good quality braided materials. You've got some sort of plastic cover on the end of them here. So here you've got USB-C to lightning. You've got a 2 meter long cable. It's definitely going to be kink free once you've actually untangled it a little bit. And you've got this Velcro attachment to keep everything tied together. Let's just quickly see if it works by plugging it into our power source here. You plug that in. There we go, and it's charging, doing the job. It's nice and long, so if you're near a sofa or you're in an airport and you want to have some length to the cable to allow you to connect it from a distance, then you've got that opportunity too, because obviously the one that comes with the phone is rather short. It has this kind of like nice sort of dotted black and sort of white or silver braided material. Very rigid, so if you like your cables not to be really supple, you've got this sort of braided cable material really keeps it firm and quite harder to kink. And then once you're not using it, you've got this nice long, normally some people will give you like probably a third of this length. They've really given you a nice generous amount, and then that just straps around and reattaches onto the Velcro material on the side to keep everything all nice tightly together. And you can just stow that in your backpack or your travel bag, and then you're good to go. Now you've got a really nice long cable here for browsing and charging at the same time. It's made for iPhone certified, and it's had a 90-degree bend for over 100,000 repetitions, so the build quality is there for a longer lifespan. The braided cable makes it tangle free, and it's been strengthened by some anodized aluminium connectors on both ends. And being USB-C, you can connect it to any USB-C charger, and then the lightning is for your iPhone specifically, or any particular iPad that you might still have that uses lightning for charging. You can get it in 1 or 2 meters. The 1 meter is $19.99, and then this 2 meter is $24.99. So it's a little bit pricey, but the longer cables with the better materials are going to cost a little bit more money, so you do get what you pay for. Alright, so that's all the products that we've covered today. Just to recap, we've got the SolidSuit cases with their premium finish backing. We've checked out the Mod NX and also CrashGuard NX with all of its various options, button options, side and bumper rim options, as well as their backing styles from other brands and their own styles. We've also looked at the various buttons and how to install them. And we've also checked out the tempered 3D protector for the front and how well it can be applied. And then finally, we've looked at the other accessories from RhinoShield, including their braided cable for USB-C to Lightning. So you can actually have a nice solidly built super long cable for your iPhone 13 Pro. All right, I hope you found this video helpful. If it has, please leave us a like down below and let me know if you have any comments about any of the products that we've covered in this video. You can check out my iPhone accessory reviews up in this playlist here. Hit the subscribe button down below to catch all my future content, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers. Bye.